Coming up in VUCast, how this world-class talent is teaching in a global way. The promise of discovery is changing this family's life. And who rock star running back Zac Stacy considers his inspiration for life. Hi, I'm Amy Wolf with VUCast. It's a special time of year, time for all of us to appreciate what's most special in our lives. For some, it's a life-saving treatment at the Vanderbilt University Medical Center. For others, it's the Commodores in another bowl game. We start with a career dream come true. Imagine getting one of the biggest opportunities of your life at your very first interview out of college. That's pretty much what happened to the Blair School of Music's newest professor, Jeremy Wilson. Wilson earned a spot in the prestigious Vienna Philharmonic at the age of 24. Now, as VUCast Jenny Mandeville shows us, Wilson is using his talents and experience to teach students in a global way.
I had sent in a CD for a national solo competition, actually an international solo competition. One of the judges that my CD was sent to was Ian Bousfield, the principal trombonist of the Vienna Philharmonic. And he wrote back to the competition coordinator and said, I've heard this person's recording and I really think that they would fit in well with our orchestra and I'd like to invite them to our audition. My idea of what's possible, my idea of what life is about, my idea of different cultures and different peoples has expanded exponentially. I've sat on the stage and performed on the stages where the major composers and the major conductors and the major orchestras of the world have played. Halfway through the first movement, I began to become emotional by the beauty of the music and the reality of what I was able to experience at that time. I was, in Vienna for 5 years doing the Vienna Philharmonic thing and started to consider possibly leaving the orchestra to try to get back home and found out that this job was open. I realized what a program was here and what, especially in the brass section, what immense building was going on in this brass department. Americans tend to hold in high regard the more athletic qualities of a brass instrument. Who can play highest, fastest, loudest for the longest amount of time. A unifying aspect of the European brass style is that the focus will be less on higher, faster, louder, big, beautiful, long sounds, and more on style, clarity, and musicianship. That's the opportunity that I have to pass on to the students, is to be able to bridge those two things, to be able to have flawless technique and a big, beautiful sound, but also achieve clarity and musicality. I think that's the opportunity that we're presented with as Americans, but with a little bit more of a European sense of musicality and style.
How great is that family picture? Read more about Jeremy in the new MyVU New Faculty Guide. Just go to vanderbilt.edu and search Jeremy Wilson. Find out about upcoming music performances on vanderbilt.edu/Blair. Check out this phenomenal Vanderbilt research in action. Amputee Zach Vaughter climbed 103 floors of Chicago's Willis Tower wearing a mind-controlled bionic leg. It's designed by Vanderbilt engineering professor Michael Goldfarb. Watch full VUCast videos about Goldfarb's bionic leg and his newest creation, a wearable robot to help paraplegics walk, on vanderbilt.edu, search Goldfarb. The term medical miracle seems almost to be a cliche, unless you or someone you know is saved by doctors, nurses, and researchers. Then it seems like the perfect explanation. The Vanderbilt University Medical Center is telling some powerful stories in a new campaign. Here's one that touched my heart.
I discovered I had the brain tumor because I had 3 massive headaches in 3 weeks' time. All I could think about was I couldn't imagine my children not having a mom. Once we found out that the tumor was benign, we had time to find out where to go, where was the best. Vanderbilt was a place for us. Life is sweet and it's worth fighting for.
See more of these special stories on youtube.com/VanderbiltHealth. Commodore fans know senior Zac Stacy as a rock star running back and one of the leaders of this year's incredible team. He also holds Vanderbilt's career rushing record. And this special education major is equally as impressive off the field. The CBS Sports Network shows how Zac's brother is his inspiration for life.
Stacy up the middle, touchdown, Commodore!
Zac's a great kid. He's what you would want as a coach. You know, I have 2 daughters. If they marry a Zac Stacy type of guy one day, I'll be very, very proud and be very happy. He's that type of guy. He's got a special needs brother that I think is really his motivation. You know, he's studying special ed. We got the #1 school of education in the country, Peabody.
Justin, who will be 16 in November, he has Down syndrome. One of the reasons why I declared my major as a special ed major. Really and truly, you know, it kind of unfolded early on in my, academic career. I actually took this class that had a lot to do with disabilities and whatnot. I just fell in love with it. I just automatically related it to Justin, pretty much my inspiration.
Zac loves his brother like no other, and it's awesome to see that. And when Zac said he was going to be a student teacher and help out with special ed needs kids, that was awesome to hear. And it's a genuine care that he has, and I think that's inspiring, man. I think his brother has inspired him to always want more.
Jacqueline, good. That's not bad, actually.
He has been such an asset to this classroom. The 4th graders adore him. He has a gift for working with young children.
Zac and the rest of the seniors are playing their final game at the Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl. More good news for the Commodore faithful. Coach James Franklin signed a new contract and is staying right here. The administration also continued its commitment to upgrade facilities. Coach Franklin discussed the contract with VUCast.
I feel great about it because it really wasn't a contract for me. It was a contract for Vanderbilt football and doing some things so these kids can reach their dream academically, athletically, socially, spiritually, the whole package. So that's what it's about.
See all the latest bowl action on our Bowl Central website at vanderbilt.edu/bowl.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Holiday spirit is all around us here in Nashville. Country stars Lady Antebellum share the gift of music with families at the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. From all of us here at VUCast, have a safe and joyous holiday season.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss him once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see.